good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. Welcome to the cafe. Come on in, grab your coffee or tea, pull up a chair, and hang out with us. I'm lucky tonight because I've got two co-hosts for the price of one. Yeah.
You are lucky.
Actually, I should
Mhm.
say I've got two co-hosts for the price of none. And that's
Ooh.
Michelle and Charlotte. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome
Hello.
back. We had a great show last night, Michelle and I.
We
Wow.
did. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, especially because we actually had the radio simulcast and the phone lines were actually working. And,
Oh,
and they're
that's cool.
working again tonight, which is just,
Woohoo.
wait, what's going on? Is Blog Talk coming back alive? In fact, we had some callers, but they dropped off.
Hmm.
So, well, we'll give them a chance to call back in. Hey, if you're listening live, 714-816-4628. You can also join us on YouTube because we are live video streaming on YouTube. And that is psychic.cafe/live. That same URL for every show. It'll take you right into the current live that day. So you just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic, put a dot, cafe/live. Psychic.cafe/live. And you can join us in the chat, like Dan's in there and Margaret. And I'm
Yeah.
sure Michelle and everybody is going to pop in there too. Yeah. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hop in there, but I cannot for the life of me figure out how to make my Kindle Fire do the chat.
Right. You were telling me about that on Monday, Charlotte.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Interesting.
it happens. Luckily I have everything going on the laptop because I can't even use my phone. It's busy connecting the switchboard from Blog Talk with the Zoom, which we are sending to the studio on YouTube and then going to YouTube. All our high-tech stuff here. Yes. Yes. Welcome aboard, Margaret.
Yes. Hi,
Uh,
Margaret.
how's Dan doing
No.
tonight? How's Dan?
Oh, he'll tell you he's crazy on a good day.
Yep, yep. And we have a Catherine in there. Hi,
Hi,
Catherine.
Catherine.
And oh, the phone calls are starting to come back now.
Woohoo.
By the way, if you're watching us on YouTube, we're one of the few YouTube lives where you can actually dial in and talk to us because we're simulcasting on radio. Once again, that phone number is 714-816-4628. If you scroll to the top of the chat, you'll find it up there. If you look down on the scroll down here, it'll come around again. The scroll's a little longer tonight because I've got my URL, Michelle's URL, and Charlotte's link too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all psychic.cafe/our name. If you want to go hang out with us in between shows, chat with us, you can book readings with us and so forth. Yep. Um, also, if you buy us a cup of coffee, oh my God. Yeah, if you buy us a cup of coffee, we take your call first or your question in chat first. So you can dial in once again, 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That lets us know you want to be live on air. And then if you're in the chat, just put up the big, it's like a pink hand. Yeah, where you type in, it says chat and you type in there. There's an emoji thing. If you hover your cursor over it, it says add emotes. Yeah, they can't use the word emoji for some reason. Anyway, when you click on that, the very first one is this big pinkish hand. Just pop that hand in and say, hey, could I get a message from the universe if you want something general? Or if you have a specific question, pop the hand in, type out the specific question, one line, two lines, don't write a whole book and only put it in once. That's all you got to do. We take them in the order, and that's why we do the hand so we can see the questions. So that's all you got to do if you want a reading tonight, or if you have a question about something else, because you can ask us about tarot and numerology and oracle cards and Lenormand cards, crystals and hypnosis and the law of attraction, NLP, EFT. We have everything covered on this show, let me tell you, especially with the three of us, because yes, Michelle's doing Lenormand. Charlotte's doing, everything from animal communication to crystals. Yes, you can still ask her crystal questions. And wow. Yeah. We'll start taking those calls in just a minute here. I did pull a couple cards
Oh, good.
for today's show. I got the Emperor and the Three of Wands. So what this is basically saying is it suggests that you have the necessary foundation and structure in place to make progress and expand your enterprise. So this is the foundation, that 4 energy, it's a 4 card, and then this is expansion of the enterprise. Okay, so you have everything in place. Basically, it's a big fat go for it. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are going to pull a card, or you don't have to if you don't want to.
I
Well,
just
for
have
the
my. Go ahead, Michelle.
Okay. Well, for the show today, I got the lilies, which is
Ooh.
peace and wisdom. And then I also got the birds, which represents knowledge and communication. So for the show, I've got that there's some learning opportunities in this little group tonight, and that it is going to be peaceful and really educational tonight. So I hope this is going to help someone. There's a lot to be learned.
It's going to help someone.
Mhm.
I hope it. There's a lot that teaches me.
Ooh, we got a player playing somewhere because I'm
It's me.
hearing everybody twice.
There you go. It was me.
And
Did it stop?
Yep.
Mhm.
I was just saying in chat to Catherine, thanks for stopping in the chat. So Catherine says she often listens, but she's headed off to sleep and seldom in the chat, but she's listening.
Oh, well, we are glad you were here.
And we have Sad Girl in here too.
Hi, sad girl.
Sad Girl's got a question.
Sad girl. Don't be sad. I just have a little, my little.
It's not sad, it's sag. Like
Oh.
sagging.
Oh.
Yep. Does
I just have my little.
Does William want to date me? We'll get to your question, and we got it down. And Sean just came in. Hi, Sean, one of our
Hi, Sean.
regulars.
Hi, Jeanette.
Absolutely. So before we take Sagirl's question, let's go to the phone lines, but let me ask Charlotte. Charlotte, were you doing a card of the day or not?
I just want it. It's kind of a little inspirational thing
Okay.
of the day, and it's just a cute little deck. And so this is Cosmo and Flute, and it is a bird with a kitty on its back that's got a helmet on, like a space helmet, and it says soar in the direction of your dreams. So all of my inspirational things tend to talk about like finding your dreams, remembering your inner child, but that's what this is. So here's the bird helping the little kitty soar in the direction of its dreams. That's it.
Yep. I see
Simple
we have
fun.
a Nicola. I think it's Nicola, not Nicola, right? It's Nicola. They'll let us know. Yeah. I'm bad on pronouncing some of the names. Yeah. Yeah. Sean was asking how we're doing. So far, so good, right?
Good. Yeah.
Let's pop over to the phone lines. Who's been waiting the longest? Looks like area code 678. Hello, caller. Are you there? 678. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Me? No.
Hello? I'm not hearing them. Are you guys hearing them?
No.
Area code 678, you are live on air. Hello. Maybe they had to step away. We'll put them back on hold and come back to them later. Remember, when you dial in, push 1 on your dial pad so we know you want to be live on air. Otherwise, we assume you're just listening to the show. And that's perfectly fine. You can dial in at 714-816-4628. Do nothing. Put yourself on mute. Just listen to the show. That's perfectly fine. But we have a whole bunch of callers where like their hand's not raised. So I'm like, do they know they have to push 1? So I thought I'd tell everybody, dial in 714-816-4628 and press 1 on your dial pad. That'll put you up into the caller queue. Raise your hand. We know you want to be live on air. We'll bring you on. Also, write that number down, because guess what? It's good for all of our shows, and we have shows all week long. Awesome sauce. So we're going to go to, I got to scroll back to Sad Girl's question. Does William want to date me? Pretty straightforward there. Who wants to pull cards on that, or a card?
I can pull one.
Okay.
So you got the Wood Wise card, which is adaptability. And so, to me that's saying, does he want to date you? Well, it kind of depends on you and how much you're willing to bend and go with the flow. But this is my groovy dancing tree. She's grounded down here in the bottom, but at the top she's all like, woohoo, look at me, I'm getting down, I'm getting funky, I'm going with the flow. So that's what I'm saying is, in order for that to work, you can't be too set in your, you might have something in mind of how you think this relationship is supposed to be, and are trying, awfully hard to direct that relationship. And what I'm getting is like, you need to just kind of chill out. You have to let him know you're interested, and that's the most important thing. You kind of need to let him know that you're interested, and then go from there. And if he doesn't call you in one day, don't freak out. Just give him a little bit of time to think about it. That's what I'm getting. So
I hope that helped you out, Sad Girl. Sad Girl was reposting her question, and I'm like, Sad Girl, Charlotte's reading for you right now. And then she erased it. I don't think she realized. I don't think she realized. So we also had some other new people come in, and one of them was Kelsey Wells. And Kelsey is asking, I was wondering if I will get back together with my ex, initials SM, a Virgo. And the only major arcana card I got, I pulled all these cards, and it's kind of one of those muddled answers where it's not yes, not no. It's kind of, it's leaning no right at the moment, but that could change rapidly because it's not very clear. And also, the only major arcana card I got is the Moon card, which is suggesting, it's not clear. It's very cloudy. That's not the right word for it. Not what should I say, Michelle? Not cloudy. What am I thinking? It's
no, not illuminated.
It's not clear. It's not illuminated. All of that's good. I just can't think of the phrase I was going to use.
Yeah.
But when the moon card comes up, the moon is the sun's light reflected off the moon. And so it's not, it's not full on sunlight. It's reflected light. And so things tend to be, I guess a good word would be like murky. It's kind of murky right now,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see there was some squabbling going on. Now, this is the interesting thing. He shows up
like that word.
He shows up. That's my 25-cent word that I pulled out of my butt. He shows up as the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is Earth. So I don't know. Is he a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Doesn't have to be. It could just be a very practical person. But then later on in the spread I pulled, I got the Page of Wands. That's that fiery energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I think there's somebody waiting in the wings for Catherine. I don't know that you should be trying to get back together with the ex. I'm just saying. Now, as far as is it still a possibility? Yeah, it's still a possibility because I did get the Ace of Swords. And what that's telling me is if you're going to give it a try, you got to be smart about it. Swords is thoughts and ideas, right? And with the Ace, it's a new beginning, but you got to approach it analytically and single-mindedly. It's one sword, it's one thought or idea. You're focused in on that, and it's new. Ace of Sword, Ace. It's new. It's not like, if you got the Two of Cups or one of the other, the Lover's card, something like that might be a good indication. When I get the aces, it's a good indication, but it's giving you a little hint there that you have to treat it like it's a brand new relationship. You can't go back into it with the same baggage from the first try. Okay. So that's what I got. Let's try the phone lines again. Let's see. It was 678. Are you there, 678?
Oh, yeah, I've got a cord.
Hello? I heard you for a second, then you faded off again. Hello? Okay, they're not ready. We're gonna put them back on hold. I heard them say something and then fade off, and then it sounded like something was going on in the background, television, something running, whatever. 678. If you're listening right now, we're gonna come back to you, but get ready, okay? So you want to get off speakerphone, make sure that you have everything in your room or wherever you are like turned off, no televisions, no radios, no computers going, and be on the phone, not like, not on speakerphone or something like that. You want to be holding it up to your head, ready to go, because we will come back to you after. We're going to go to 239 right now. Caller 239, are you there? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Emily. I am calling from Florida.
Florida, yay!
Hey, Emily.
Emily?
Hey. Hello. So I have a question, and I feel like it might be a wild one.
We like wild on this show.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm buckled in.
I love to write stories. And I have this particular character that I'm strongly attached to. His name is Richie. I had this wild thought in my head. I feel like he's more than just a character, and I feel like I might know him, possibly. Could it be possible that I know him from a past life? Like, was he somebody that I knew from a previous lifetime?
Go for it,
possible.
Michelle.
Okay.
Michelle's going to take a look there.
All right. So, and you said his name is Richie?
Yeah, the character I've made.
Wouldn't that be really cool? Like if she was, getting these ideas for the stories and it was coming from like a past life or something. You know what? Even a current person that's out there. Thing I was thinking is a lot of inspiration. I think secretly that's where it comes from.
So the first card we got in my Lenormand deck is the Tower card. So this is, I'm so sorry. Excuse my movement there. Okay, so this is
Don't
telling
break it.
you, That was my cat there. This is telling you that you need to go inside yourself and work from the inside out. So then we bring that up with the tree, which is the root card. So we want to get to the root of who Richie really is. So you have unlocked a big secret. And we know that Richie is now, you are feeling that Richie is someone from your past, someone that you have known before. So here's where it's going to come into play. You need to start maybe writing letters to Richie, because I got the woman card. So start having a communication with Richie. Start writing letters and then have him write letters back. And you may think that it's just your imagination, but you're communicating with him, and let him speak through you. And whatever he writes is what he writes. And then just start asking him questions and letting him answer your questions. And that's how you're going to find out who he was to you in another lifetime.
Okay.
So I hope that is helpful for you.
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call. Hang on
You're
just a
welcome.
second.
Thank you.
I'm typing in the chat here, so I can't get to the buttons. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Yep. And if you're just calling in, because we just had more people calling in, again, reminding everybody, please push 1 on your dial pad. That lets us know you want to be live on air. Yep. Hit the number 1 there. Feedback in the chat room. We're getting lots of feedback. Everybody's thanking for the readings, and we're doing pretty good. I just mentioned that everybody in chat, if you haven't asked a question yet, you can call in 714-816-4628. Press 1 as soon as you get through, or pop your question here in chat. So I didn't see any more. I don't know if you guys, Michelle, maybe because you're in the chat, maybe you caught something.
Yeah, I saw, oops, I went offline there for a second.
The last one was the one I did. I think it was Kelsey, about her ex.
Right. And Sean asked for guidance for the rest of this month. Will we find a summer sponsor before the end of the month?
There's a good one. Okay. So, Charlotte, you want that one, or Michelle?
Sure.
Okay.
So will you receive a sponsor by the end of the month? We got the mini mask, which is the authentic self card. So it's when you get that, you are energizing your let's see, am I still okay? There. Your internal allies, the conscious shift. So it's just saying to go out and experiment. Like, don't just. It's saying to fish in all the ponds, basically. That's Charlotte's way of putting it. Fish in all the ponds. There's a lot of ponds out there to try. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. And when you're looking for that sponsor, and and then I would also say, why am I drawing a blank on this word?
I do it all the time.
Anyway, see yourself with a sponsor. You're going to see yourself with a sponsor. you don't know how it's going to happen. You're going to leave it up to the universe to get it for you. And I think there's a really good chance that that's going to happen. But again, you're going to have to put the work into it. You can't just say, we want a sponsor and then sit on your hands and do nothing. So you're going to ask the universe for some help. You're going to fish in all the ponds you can. You're going to be casting that line out to get as much interest as you can. And by the end, you might not have one sponsor, you might have multiple sponsors.
Awesome sauce. Hope that helped you out. And Margaret's question was about
Will she
Will
be
she
able to
move-
move next month?
right. Yeah, I got it right here, Michelle. I
Oh,
can
good.
I can read it too.
No, you can't.
Let's see.
Now, kids.
Calm down. It's like Dan when he like posts something after I already last night I posted already talked about it in the chat, and he's like, hey, yeah, we already got it, Dan. Yeah. I think it's a big fat yes. Okay. Little bit of unsurety here. 4 of Cups, not really happy with the different possibilities there, Margaret. I don't know if that's how you're feeling right now. I think you're going to find the 4th thing. You're going to find the possibility. It might be the same place, just arrangements change. I don't know. There's something about it, but the good thing is it's a yes card, 4, and 4 is structure, which is like home, like a house or apartment. So, I definitely think so, because right next to it is the Judgment card. Yes, it's the big cosmic wake-up call. And I think it's just showing up to go, yeah. And got the self-made woman. 9 of Pentacles showed up as well. So it's looking really good, Margaret. I hope that helped you out. And
So I forgot. Sorry.
What's that?
I was just going to say, I forgot to mention also what I ordered with my crystals is a pendulum. And so we're playing with the pendulum tonight. So as you guys are answering questions that can be, yes, no, I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what if the pendulum is agreeing or disagreeing. It's a labradorite, which is one of my favorite crystals.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the flashiest of labradorites, but it's got a little bit of flash to it. But I love the energy of the labradorite. So
Nice.
anyway, that's in play tonight as well. So
Yeah, if we need to do the pendulum, and it's good for them yes/no questions too. And by the way, that one caller dropped off.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that we couldn't get on air. Sorry that we couldn't get you on air. We don't know what happened, but we did hear him or her. I thought it sounded like a him. And we did hear them, for a little bit we heard them. And then I heard the television. It's like I heard his voice like he was saying something, then he trailed off. And I tried to get him back, and then I heard like the television or something in the background. And I'm like, okay, they're not ready. So maybe they were having technical problems.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Or it's kind of like there's always somebody in chat, and I love this person in chat. So if they're in there today, but like every time they ask a question, it's like they ask a question and then they go run and go do something, and then they come back like 20 minutes later and they're like, did they answer my question? I mean, I swear it happens at least every week. We get that at least once a week. That
at
happens.
Least once, yeah.
And it's the same. I hate to say it, but it's the same person every time. And I love them. Yeah, it is, and I love them to pieces. They always ask really good questions, but then they're always like, "Oh, did they answer my question?" And I'm like, I don't know. Scroll back I have no idea.
Right.
So wait for the replay because I don't keep track of that stuff. That's not my job.
So we are at the top of the hour. I'm going to make some quick announcements, and then we're going to go back to the phone lines. We do have some people raising their hand finally. And
Nice.
yeah, and plus this will give a couple of minutes for people to dial in 714-816-4628. Press 1 on your dial pad. And also it'll give you time where you can pop over to psychic.cafe/coffee. Grab us a cup of coffee. Let us know in chat, whether you're on the phone lines or you're in the chat. Just say, hey, bought you guys a cup of coffee. And if you're on the phone lines, type in the area code and your name. We'll bring you on first, no waiting, or answer your question in chat first, no waiting. That's right. That's how you do it. And, we don't have a ton of questions and calls right now. So it's not really so much jumping to the top of the queue. It's more like another added benefit is all of us will look at the issue instead of just one of us, and we'll spend more time and let you ask follow-up questions when you grab us a cup of coffee. You just go to psychic.cafe/coffee, send us in a cup of coffee. That's simple.
I'd like mine iced today, please. I'd like an iced coffee.
Yeah, it got up to 107, 108 here, Charlotte, and it's like I'm ready for my ice. Okay, I want an iced hazelnut mocha. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That
does sound good.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, I do see more people coming in chat, like Craft Quarters here. And, if anybody's got a question, go ahead and pop it in the chat. Remember, you don't have to just ask personal questions. You can. We'll pull cards on it. We'll pull cards for a specific question. We'll pull cards for, you just want a message from the universe, what you need to know now. Well, we'll also answer your questions if you're thinking about becoming a professional psychic advisor, tarot reader, numerologist, psychic medium, animal communicator. If you have questions about that, starting and building your business, if you have questions about putting your business on psychic.cafe with its own custom URL, we do that. That's right. When you join the guild, and we can answer questions about joining the guild, getting certified. Yep, you can put the certificates up on the wall. You get two when you get certified. First, when you join, you get your membership certificate. And then when you get certified, you get your certificate of certification. And we have 3 or 4 levels in the guild. So, yeah, ask us questions in the chat about that stuff. Ask us general questions about tarot and numerology and everything. And you can call into the show too. So this is the time to call in, get into the queue so we get to your call before the bottom of the hour. And let's see what's coming up. I don't even know if I got this stuff. I didn't even get this stuff all like queued up. I've got like the old show here and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting on Catherine's next recorded show. In fact, I forgot to send her a message today because it's Friday tomorrow. That's her normal show. Like when she's live, it airs on Fridays. She's not doing that right now. In the summer, she's doing pre-recorded episodes for a little while. She just got done with all of this series of shows on the soul, and now she's going to do the mind. I'm waiting for the mind ones. They haven't showed up yet. Her last show, which you can listen to in archive, and her other shows, is Healing to Align with Your Soul. Fantastic show. Go check that out. Hopefully we'll have her show, her next episode in the next day or 2 or 3. And then the fantastic thing that you've got to write down on your calendar and get ready for is 2 days from now, Saturday, June 8th. Yes, Michelle will be having her next episode of her personal show. It happens the second and fourth Saturdays, and it's Michelle's Mystic Corner, and we are doing a continuation of her last show. It's actually part 2 of our journey through the Lenormand cards. we are featuring Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand. That's the one you see her using a lot on the show. And by the way, you can grab your copy right now. Type in psychic.cafe/gilded reverie. Psychic.cafe/gilded reverie. That's what it looks like right there. It's fantastic. We've gone through like the first 20 cards, and most Lenormand cards decks have 36 cards, but Chiro's has 44. There's extra cards. So we have like a lot more. We got to start early and go fast, Michelle.
Yes, yes.
But
Hero's
hopefully,
an overachiever.
yes, it's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, a little bit later in that show, we'll have time to take questions and everything. And then Sunday, the 9th, the next day, same time, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, we're having our live Zoom discussion and Q&A. So in place of our show, we're doing a live Zoom where it's private, just the people that come on the Zoom. So it's not being broadcasted everywhere. And that way people can ask questions. We can, go at length on those questions. I can share my desktop and show you guys around the new website, Psychic Cafe. I can show you what's the possibilities with your profile, how you can make that like a little mini website of your own there on Psychic Cafe. And you can promote yourself and your services and your products. You can ask questions about, all the features, because we have all the social media features like Facebook has, friending and groups and sharing and all that stuff. You can do status updates when you click on when you go to the main page or click on community. That's actually the stream, everything going on. Okay. And that's our new home. We built it just for the 20th anniversary of the Tarot Guild, and for our Psychic Talk Network, we're now in our 15th year. 15th year. Yes. Yes. All righty. So let's pop back over.
Right. Oops.
We're going to go over to the phone lines here. Who wants to go next? Who wants to take the phone call?
I will. I don't care.
Let's see.
I don't mind. I care.
Area code 504. 504. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Deborah, and I live in Kenner. Hi.
Oh, I missed it. Deborah in where again?
Kenner, Louisiana.
Oh, Kenner.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were saying Canada or something. Okay, Kenner. Okay, we get it.
Oh, no. It's in USA.
Okay, Deborah. Go ahead.
How are you?
Michelle's
Hi.
going to take over here.
So what is on your mind tonight?
I'm not, well, work. There's 2 jobs that I can go for right now, and I haven't been working. I guess I just kind of went into like a freeze thing, but that wasn't the only thing I wanted to talk about today. Today feels weird, like we're in a different dimension almost. I mean, I know it's the new moon, but I feel that the people around me are hard to talk to. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels very lonely. Like I need all new people, I guess.
Right. Do you know?
That's why you're here, so we can talk to you.
Yes, people have been
Thank
pretty
you.
standoffish today. I have noticed that. So
yeah, it's like you're talking Greek and they're talking and they're easily offended, and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to be quiet. I can't win.
Yep. Most people, I think their energy is just a little different than ours. Yep.
Yeah. And I'm sad about that in a way,
I agree that more people will start to awaken as time goes by. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I do believe that more people will start to awaken and become more conscious.
Well, and that's the reason I'm asking. I just want to know, is it me? Like, if it is, I can take it. But I'm meeting with this opposition, from my family, my boyfriend. Like, it's just a lot. Seems like the more you know, the worse it is.
It's true. Power, knowledge is power, and power is responsibility. And sometimes you got to shine your light. So I drew I don't know, you probably cannot see it, but it's the choice card, and it's a stairwell, and
Okay.
it climbs up to these two doors. And so this is telling you that you definitely have a choice to make. Okay. And these two doors are
Okay.
glowing. One is glowing more gold, and one is glowing more of an outside blue sky look. Okay. And so
Okay.
to the right of that, which was the second choice that you mentioned, I got the letter card. So there's some sort of information you are missing on the second opportunity. You need
Okay.
to do more, you need to do more research. The first opportunity, though, you need to really pull out your intuition and dig into your subconscious and make sure that this is really what you want. And if it is, go.
I already know.
Then definitely do your research, check all the information, because there is a feather with this, and the letter card is a very positive card. So the choice is yours, and both cards are positive. So go with the one that is going to make your heart pound. And that's what the letter card
Okay.
is saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That
here's
would
something.
be the newer one then. Yeah.
Here's something kind of interesting. Are you done, Michelle? I don't want to step on your
Oh, no,
toes,
go
but
right ahead.
I got
No,
one
we
of
can
those
work
things
together.
that's kind of synchronicity. It's I love synchronicity things, but I actually had just pulled a card for myself. While other people are answering, I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pull up a card for myself, and it actually ended up being your card. Really, I mean, it's card for both, but
Wow.
it's the Mayette card. This is from the Kyle Gray deck, Divine Masters. But it's
Uh-huh.
divine intervention, weigh up your options, and choose the highest good. So it is saying, and I find that these weird little, like you said, it's weird. You just kind of feel like everything's kind of shifted weird. And I
You
find
don't
that when
belong.
the seasons change,
Yeah.
we run into those a lot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this this beautiful person is saying to just like wait, you know, before you jump in with both feet, stop for a moment. But it also listen to your heart. Your heart's gonna know for sure what's going on, which is basically what Michelle told you. So I just love it when it's. But I just thought it was so funny that I pulled a card for myself, and then you ask a question that this card was like, "Hello, this is the answer to that
Yeah.
as well." So,
Wow.
it just says if you're in a situation that involves another party, it's important to call in more light and harmony to be open to the highest good unfolding for everyone rather than proving your point or focusing on a particular outcome. So just don't try to force it. Just let it, be patient and things will come out the way they're supposed to.
Oh,
You'll attract more
okay.
harmony that way, because I know I'd rather let somebody
Yeah.
go, instead of going, you are going to do this. I mean, I could be, of course, I'm a Taurus, but I could be planning on doing something already. But as soon as somebody says, you need to do that right now, I'll go, I will do that when hell freezes over now. And I may have been getting ready to sit down to do it, but as soon as somebody tells me I have to do it, no,
Yep.
yeah, no, it's not
It's
going to
so
happen because
true.
it's, because I'm like, no, not going to happen. But
I'm
yeah, so
Aquarius.
just be patient.
Yep.
Oh, well, my mom was an Aquarius also, and I would have to say that fits. That I really wasn't into a lot of this stuff before she passed away, but just my memories would say, yeah, that fits
Mm-hmm.
her as well. Because
Wow.
I am gonna fit this square peg into this round hole. I mean, that was kind of her. That was kind of her. That's how bless her heart, she got a lot done in life. She had a lot of love to give, but as far as like putting her ideas forward, it was, round peg, square hole, no problem.
Yeah.
I can get it done. It wasn't easy, and had she just, maybe waited a little bit, been a little more patient, and I feel like that's what's coming. That's the message for you as well.
Thanks for the
Okay.
call,
Thank
Deborah.
you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. And yeah, I'm wearing my San Diego hat because in the old Pueblo here in Tucson, it was like 108 degrees already.
That's crazy.
Oh my
It
God.
was
I'm
so hot
melting.
today.
I'm melting.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel bad about complaining about the heat because I think it was like 87 here today.
yeah.
Oh,
But that's hot for us. We're high
That's
desert.
still hot. That's still hot.
It's
Give me
hot for
those,
us.
79 degrees, with a
Mm,
slight breeze.
Slight breeze.
Anyway, we're coming up towards the end of the show. We still got a bunch of time though, but it's really great how everything's been pacing. And I wanted to put it out there again. If you want to be live on air and you've dialed in, remember to press 1 on your dial pad because we have a bunch of people that haven't pressed the 1. So I'm just sorry to sound like a broken record to all you people out there listening that have not dialed in, but I'm trying to nudge people. 714-816-4628. There's still time to call in and press the 1 on the dial pad. 714-816-4628.
It's really fun to press 1 on the dial pad. I mean, like if people are feeling a little bit intimidated,
Yeah.
it's fun to call in and talk to us because we're not gonna be
Yeah.
mean to you. We're gonna have fun with you, and it's so fun to get your to be able to um draw your energy in.
Yeah.
Uh which we get a little bit more energy when we can talk to you live than when you're just typing questions in the chat. But so it's more fun for us, and it's
Yeah.
it could be the potential there for it to be really fun for you guys as well. So please
So,
push 1, make Charlotte happy.
So while we're waiting for people to get situated on the phone lines and for questions to come in and things like that, a few different things. One thing is I want Michelle to talk about that board behind her because I'm dying to know what that is with all the crystal ball and everything like that. But before we ask her to do that, Catherine says she still has many friends in Southern Arizona, and it was supposedly 110 in Saguaro East, and it probably was. In fact, in other places in the Tucson area, I'm like kind of south of the city, and some of the folks in the city north, and I was talking to them, and they said it was like 114 degrees. Yeah.
In the first part of June, that's insane.
Well, yeah, and you got to remember our summer starts early, typically in April. It was late April, early May, and it was already had hit triple digits. So just wanted to mention that. Also, I wanted to mention that the same Catherine, she bought us a cup of coffee as a donation. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank,
nice.
thank you, Catherine. We appreciate that. Maria G. Moss, one of our hosts,
Catherine.
came in. That was Catherine, yeah. But Maria G. Moss came
Congratulations.
in and said hi to everybody. She's one of our hosts. Her show, The Angelic View, on Sundays is on hiatus for the summer while, her and hubby are, exploring up in New York. She's doing the snowbirdie thing. Normally she's in Florida. And she pops on occasionally on a live show here and there. She's been on a lot of live shows in the chat lately, which is really, really cool.
Mhm.
She's the president of the International Association of Angel Practitioners. If you're into angels, I'm telling you, you can join the IAAP. You can also go over to Maria's website, mariagmoss.com, 2 A's, MAAS, and she'll pop the URL in there. Oh, I did want to pop this up. The second edition or revised edition of the Angel Practitioner's Handbook, a foundation guide. I got the revised edition. Look, yeah, I've got it right here. And, it's very apropos because literally I was laying in bed, couldn't get to sleep, watching TV. I was like only half interested. I started reading Maria's book. I read through the whole thing last night, Maria. I just had to say that. And hey, let me pop up the link for that. So it is, let's see if I can do this here. Angel Book. There we go. So it's psychic.cafe/angel book. If you want to grab a copy, I'll pop that in, that URL into the chat here, the live chat, Angel Book. There we go. And you can grab a copy of Maria's book as well if you want to become, no, it's this way. If you want to become an angel practitioner, there it is. Oh, while I'm popping these things up, I guess I should pop our links up, right, ladies? So here they all are on this side. I'm sorry. /Charlotte /Michelle /Dax. And then, of course, our tip jar is psychic.cafe/coffee if you want to buy us a cup of coffee like Catherine just did. So
Yep.
psychic.cafe, if you're listening on the radio and you can't see this, psychic.cafe/Charlotte, psychic.cafe/Michelle, psychic.cafe/Dax. And when you join Psychic Cafe, the website, it's free to join. Then you can message all of us and you can ask us questions about things and you can book readings and all kinds of stuff. So there they all are. They're also down here. They're all down here in the scroll. So I'm going to turn these off right now for now. And so what's going on with the psychic board? It's got like a crystal ball and moon. And Charlotte, do you have any clue? I have no clue.
I don't. I am.
It looks like a spread.
I don't know. It looked like it was set up for a class or something. So I thought it was a.
What are you teaching, Michelle? She's trying to get it situated here. We can't hear you though because you're mute. So
while she's doing that, I want to mention that I am doing animal communication. I will take. I'm not going to, like, if I get a ton, I won't be able to do everybody for free, but right now I'm doing free animal communication things. If you contact me on, at the link that Dax just provided, and I'm also doing private.
There it is, right there. Psychic
one-on-one readings, and I personally think it's a good deal because it's only $20, and I usually end up working way more than I should for that $20 because I like to do like beforehand work. So I'll usually have a write up, that I'll talk to my guides and I'll pull some angel cards and stuff like that, and then
we can
talk in person if you have any questions on that. So I kind of feel like $20 is a pretty good deal for right
I'm the
now.
same way, like I will charge a flat rate, and I don't have a time limit on it. Normally I can answer mostly everything in 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, but routinely I go an hour and a half because I don't pay attention to the time.
Right.
And me and the client is just, blabbing and blabbing.
Yep.
They get
but
way
just,
way more worth out of it.
yeah, because usually that workup beforehand, I usually spend almost an hour on it because for some reason I'm off, and I don't know why this happens, but I'm almost always given a color and a word of all things, and I will have no idea why I'm given those things or how they're going to fit in, but by the time I'm done with that, talking to my guides and stuff, I will know why I was given that word and that color. It's
quick,
the most bizarre thing. I don't know why, but it's cool.
I see that we have a hand raised on the phone line, so we got to get to that call real quick, and we only got like a few minutes left. So real quick, Michelle, what's going on your board there?
So this is not done. This is a rough draft, but what it is it's basically a tarot board. And when I do tarot readings, I'll be able to put the little clip on it and do a little spread. I've got, the earth, air, fire, water, spirit, and I know I said that all out of order, and that's okay. Then I'm going to work on putting it onto a harder board, but
one that doesn't fall down every 5 seconds.
Yes. Like I said, this is my rough draft.
If you're going to do it that far away for a client on Zoom like this, you're going to have to get much bigger cards, because I cannot bloody see that at all. I'm just saying.
No.
This is constructive criticism, feedback. Okay. Don't freak out. I'm not poo-pooing anything, Okay, so we got to get out of here soon. Let's go to area code 818. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? 818.
Hello there. Yes, so my name is Danny Marie, and I'm calling from the San Fernando Valley in California. How are you guys?
Cool.
Nice. How are you?
Doing really well. Thank you for asking.
I'm good, thank you. I just tuned into the show and was listening. You guys are hilarious. I love it. So full of energy.
We try.
That's right.
If you're not having fun, you're in the wrong spot.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that's right. You can tell you guys have fun with what you do. It's really nice.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Well, I would love to get a reading from one of you, if you wouldn't mind. That would be amazing. I didn't mean to catch in at the end of the show, but I was driving, so I wanted to wait till I was at a stop before I pressed one.
That's okay. We can go over a little bit. What's your question, though?
Well, let's see. It can be either, let's see here, finances or my business. Probably my business, to see if it's going to end up being successful where I won't have to shut it down, because I haven't been on track like I wanted to be. And so I'm a bit concerned. So yeah, that would be a good one, to see if it's going to be successful or not. Financially successful, period.
Well, it looks like we can get Charlotte and Michelle to pull a couple of cards, because I see them both working out on it already.
Yeah, well,
awesome.
Here's the bizarre thing is, like, I just shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and I had this card pulled up for just because, even when I'm not answering the question, I'm frequently pulling cards anyway, just to see if my cards match up, which, the synchronicity here is incredible. So they almost always do. But so I shuffled and cut the deck, and I ended up with this card again. It's called the Unmarked Trail, and it's the card of revelation. And I don't know if you can tell what this is, but it's one of those stacks of stones. This is, bigger,
I was
smaller,
wondering what
smaller.
that was. Now I can see it. It's a
And then
stack of
there's
those stones.
kind of a roundish thing, and then it goes smaller, bigger, bigger, bigger. So, it's like, um, it's about not, it's about basically, if you want to go back to that poem, it's about the trail less traveled, because if you take the trail, you know what you're going to get if, you take the well-marked trail. And that's
Mm-hmm.
sounding like that's not necessarily working for you. So, um, it's saying, if you have kind of a wild idea in your head that you've been kicking around and it just keeps coming back, sit with it, man. Don't just keep going, oh, that's too wild. Sit with it. Sit with it. See if you can become at peace with that. Take the unmarked trail, and that's where you're gonna find your success. So, the universe has
Okay.
your back on this, because that's, call in, ask the universe and your guardian angel and stuff like that. But be at peace with yourself and know that the universe has your back. But, because the fact that and that's what I'm getting, is you keep coming back to this same kind of idea that's maybe is off the beaten path, and because it is, you kind of keep pushing it off to the side. But it's saying, go for it. Go, pack lightly, trust yourself, and that's where you're going to find your best success.
Okay,
That's what I
Brenda.
got.
Thank you.
And I just think
I
it's
gotta
interesting
really
that
think
that
about
card
that.
popped. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said I got to really think about that, because there's been a few ideas, but I've been doing so much, so I really got to sit down and think about this, because that does make sense, but I got to think about which idea that would be, because I kind of live my life like that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. And the fact that this card popped up twice in a row is like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the odds of that, because this is a big deck. I can't remember how many cards this deck has in it, but it's one of the bigger decks that I have. And for this card to pop up twice in a row after I've shuffled it thoroughly, multiple times, and cut the
Right.
deck, and here it is again.
Wow.
That I'm like, those are the cards you don't ignore.
Yes.
So
Right. Thank you so much. Wow. I've got to
you're
really
welcome.
sit and think about that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling in.
Mhm.
I don't know if Dax and
Yes,
Michelle
I'm
have
going to be
answered.
listening to you guys more often.
Well, I went and found my business card, which is the fish card.
Mhm.
And on either side of him, I got the key and the book. So you have to take some time to really sit down, unlock what are your desires and what are your resources. What do you have available to you that you can jump into and do that you are going to enjoy? And don't overload yourself. There's a lot of fish in this card, but pick one idea, start there. Because if you pick 3 or 4 things and you try to do them all at once, you're going to set yourself up to make mistakes along the way. But if you pick one thing and go with that, your mistakes will be a lot less and easier to deal with the outcomes.
Wow. Thank you so much for that too, because I have a tendency to do that. And so, like, where I'll pick a few things as opposed to just focusing on one or even two, it's more like 5 or 6.
Right.
So
Yep.
I
I know
appreciate
that
that. That makes
feeling.
perfect sense.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. You have a great evening.
Yeah, and
You as
just for
well.
kicks,
You guys have a
Thanks for
wonderful
the
rest of
call.
your week.
just for kicks, I did the pendulum. The pendulum says yes, your business is gonna succeed.
Cool. Looking good. All righty. So we got to get out of here.
Heck yeah.
We went
It's
over a
been
little
fun.
bit. That's okay. We're trying to keep the shows to an hour like we are supposed to do, you know. So
Right.
Michelle, in the chat, Catherine said, that's not a rough draft. That's your prototype, girl.
And I just said, thank you, Catherine. You know, that just made my night. That is the sweetest thing. I love it. Yes.
Prototype.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, it needs a little work. I'm saying make everything bigger.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I mean, I'm just doing my aesthetic thing, you know. It's like I might do black with white on contrast instead of colors and that on white. I might do that. I'm just thinking of different things how I would do it, you know. Yeah.
Lots to play around with.
Absolutely. Well, thanks everybody for coming. This was a lot of fun. And we got to do this
Oh.
more often where we have multiple, you know, guest co-hosts. Let's do a show with 6, you know.
Oh, yes.
We'll go 2
We
hours.
we would definitely have to make the show longer then. And we just need to give a nod to Ellie tonight for letting Michelle and I step in for her while she's out having fun in the real world at a ball game.
Yeah, she's having fun with the boyfriend at a ball game, and we're stuck here on YouTube and the radio. Yeah.
I feel really lucky that I got to be here tonight. So I'm not going to say I was stuck here at all. I'm going to say I feel really lucky that I got to be here
Well,
tonight.
you know, now that we're talking about this, let me bring up my calendar because I'm going to say something. You know, we've got the Zoom Q&A on the 9th, and then Saturday and Sunday, the 15th and 16th. So we're not doing a show on the 16th. And I just messaged Pamela about her coming on as a guest co-host on the 30th, Sunday the 30th, because Sunday the 23rd will be our second one this month. You know, we do the live Zoom Q&A, then we do another Zoom Q&A a week later. Well, the 16th is Father's Day, but more importantly, of course, it's my birthday. I wish I could do the balloons right now. We need balloons.
Happy birthday to you.
And so I'm not doing a show on that Sunday, but the 15th, I was going to do a show on the 15th. So anybody that's available that wants to pop on, of course, it's a Saturday, so it's going to be an 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern show. So anybody that wants to pop on, Charlotte, what's her name? Oh, Michelle. Maybe Ellie. Maybe Ellie will be free next Saturday. Could pop on.
Yeah.
Maria might pop on. Catherine might want to pop on. You know,
that would be fun.
Let's see how many people we can get on Saturday, June 15th. Do a big blowout show.
Yes.
I think everyone should be required to wear a party hat.
Yeah, we'll all wear party hats.
Okay.
Yeah, Dax's birthday.
Yeah, it's Dax's birthday weekend, and we're going to do party hats. That's such a great.
Right. Yep.
Let's try to get everybody to come. And Dan said, awesome show. Maria said, great show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, and we will be back on Saturday. Michelle's Mystic Corner.
Mhm.
Remember, it's a day show, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye, everybody.